world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. Jack left town.
Maybe I am insane. And maybe it's time for you to find out how insane I am. Yeah.
I can kill everyone in this game? Sorry.
By the power of Grayskull.
Etrigan, you stop right there!
Are you ready?
Yo, we are rocking and rolling on this Labor Day weekend. I got Quinderella by my side, and we got a wonderful guest tonight, and I'm not going to be the one to introduce her. We have Quinderella. She's going to be doing it, M herself. But before we get to our guest, how was your week, kid?
My week was all right. Pretty low key. You know, I actually got pretty sick. I lost my voice, and, that's when that soundboard comes in handy. I just use Cartman's voice for everything. Like, when I have to, that one where, like, I used it, it was like I said something to my mom when he just complains to his mother, but, Mom! I use that a lot when I need to talk to my mom, just stuff like that. I learned that soundboards are also really good when you're sick and you don't have a voice. So, yes, that's what I learned this week. So, it was pretty good.
Well, we're going to have to get that soundboard hooked into my soundboard, and we're going to have a battle. That's going to be great. Look at this. What are you doing getting sick? I'm the one who's sick. I'm starting to feel better. So don't anyone worry about that.
There has to be one of us all the time. That's the rule.
Yeah, I know. And we got comments coming in already. We got Aviva. Aviva's jumping in saying, hi. Thomas, brother, what's going on? He says, hey, Emily. Hey, Lewis. Andre. And he says, geek out, everyone. And J-Bo is jumping in saying, hey, guys. And I'm sure we're going to have other comments throughout the night. But without further ado, Em, who's our guest tonight?
Our guest is Maia, who I know personally, and I think she's going to be one of my personal favorites. There she is. We have Maia. Maia is a beautiful cosplayer, and she's also a very talented gamer girl. We're going to find out one of my questions. Is she more competitive than I am? I don't know. But yes, I am looking forward to finding out more about her. I'm sure you are too. So hello, Maia. Very good to see you tonight.
Hi, Emily. Hey, Lewis.
Hey, look at that room in the back, man. That's like rivaling
Very
mine.
Impressive, right?
I know.
Thank you. That's just the portion. Just the portion. But yes, my gamer room, I just finished it a few months ago.
All right, my question for you, Maia, is why Resident Evil?
Ooh, let's see. I was 12 when I played my first Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 2 for the N64, and
ooh, the cart version.
Yeah. And when I was playing it, my dad had just came home from work. So he snuck up the stairs because my mom told him I was playing a scary zombie game. He snuck up the stairs, came in the room, and lunged at me.
Oh.
And that just kind of like set in my mind like forever and traumatized me as a kid. But
didn't work out that way, did it?
Yeah.
This is how you train to fight the zombies in case that does actually happen in real life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm completely prepared.
Right,
I believe it.
Well, we got the Godfathers in the house and the Godfather. I am feeling better, Uncle Louie. I really promise you that. That's why I'm on the air tonight. I am feeling a little bit still in AFib, but I am feeling better. I promise you.
I want to go up.
Yes, I'm moving up. So, Maia, I got a quick question for you. Resident Evil has been around for a very long time. Right now, I am playing it on the Switch. Yes, I'm playing it on the Switch right now. How do you feel about them taking the original games and upgrading them and making them just redoing them and remastering them, redoing the stories? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I like the originals because the camera angles, it makes it a little bit creepier. The puzzles I love. I do like the newer games though. Like I did like 5 a lot. I did like 6. Operation Raccoon City is a big favorite of mine. They introduced the multiplayer in that one. Not a lot of people like that for some reason. 7 was a complete game changer because now you got the first person. And I get motion sickness with video games, so that was very hard for me to get through. I did enjoy 8. I like the direction that they're taking it in. I wish they would bring back some original characters like Rebecca Chambers. But it's interesting to see where they're going,
Okay.
So cool.
What's your favorite game out of all of them, including
Code
the side?
Veronica X.
Really?
Right
Did
off
you
the
play
bat
that?
there. She's like, I'm not
I
even
know.
thinking about that one.
I know. Now, did you originally, that came out for the Dreamcast. Now, did you play it on the Dreamcast? Did you have a
No,
Dreamcast?
I actually played it on the PS2.
Yes, I know it.
In
I know
2002? I think it was 2002 when I played it. 2001, 2002, because I remember where I was living at the time. And yeah, I played that one, and I love Claire Redfield. That's who I cosplay as, and that one just hit home for me.
All right, that was my next question. What came first, the cosplay or the gameplay?
I had that question too.
Oh God!
Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Probably the gaming. God, yeah. I had the very first Atari, and then the Nintendo, the Sega, the N64. But the cosplaying actually came from my dad. He used to have Star Trek parties in the house when I was growing up. So, that's what I grew up to, was, video games and cosplay because of my dad. He was huge into Star Trek, huge into Star Wars, and he would just have his friends come over every weekend, and they would party and dress up and just nerd out. And it was just so much fun for me growing up in the 90s to that,
Wow, that's a childhood. That is
For real.
I know. I mean, that's what I give my kids.
I'd call you damaged if you didn't cosplay, honestly.
Yeah.
After that.
Now, you do have a better half that makes a lot of cosplays. We got to keep him off camera because this is your time to shine. How much of your cosplay do you make? And how do you go about choosing your cosplay?
It's half and half. It's pretty much what inspires me, if I watch something, see something, play something. I got back into cosplay back in 2017 because I was really heavy into Destiny too. And I had it set in my mind. I was going to go to New York City Comic Con, and I was like, you know what? I want to make my hunter. And that's what I did. I went to Savers. I went to every store, Michael's, Joanne Fabric. I put together my own hunter and made my own cloak, which is actually right there if you guys want to see it. It was probably one of the best piece of works that I ever did.
Sure. When we go to our first break, we're going to have you get off camera and you can get that. Aviva says, oh my God, I love your dad. And Nick jumps in and says, sup, everyone. What's your best, quickest turnaround time on completing a Resident Evil game? Let's go with Resident Evil 3. What is your quickest time?
Well,
putting you on the spot with the intriguing questions.
That's what happens.
So the thing is, this is what sucks. Because of my motion sickness, I have to take breaks with video games. I can't sit through and just play. So that, that's a little bit of a pain. I have to take meclizine. Sometimes I have to wear those C-band things, but it takes a couple hours for me to get through, sometimes a whole day if I'm really not feeling well. I've puked from a few video games because I'll get so stubborn that I don't want to take a break.
That's how you know they're really good. So you got to become a video game review person, and it's I puked. That means it's 5 stars.
Agreed. 100%.
Hold on.
What?
You good? You okay?
Yeah, it just sounds like you guys are kind of underwater.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, the rain, I kind of am. Oh, my God.
Oh. And thank you, Godfather. I appreciate it. Is that better, Maya?
Hold on.
Okay.
Should we be talking,
Okay.
testing?
Yeah.
I was testing while we're both being quiet. I don't think she knows if it's working.
All
Okay.
right. Is that better, Maya? Or no? Are
That's
you
much
okay?
better. I don't know. That was weird. All of a sudden,
Okay.
you guys sounded like you were in space or underwater, and I'm like, wow.
Not right now.
Not right now. Maybe later.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, for the Angry Geeks audience, Em and I, you already seen it with Jamie and I, but Em and I have something planned that's going to knock your guys' socks off. We were talking about a little this afternoon, and we're going to be pulling something off pretty soon for your enjoyment. And maybe the three of us can get together and really pull it off. So just wait and see. Yeah, so you just wait and see what's going on. What systems do you have right now? What are you playing at the moment?
So at the moment, I'm still really big into Destiny 2. I've been playing that with my friends. I play Call of Duty. I play Halo. I do have a PS4, so I've been playing Far Cry 5 with one of my good friends on that. But I'm mainly an Xbox person. I got the Xbox Series X, and that's my baby.
Okay, wow, Xbox.
I do still have my Nintendo, my Sega Genesis, my N64, my GameCube, my Xbox. My Atari is somewhere in my mom's house. I got to get that. My Game Boys, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance.
Well, now look at this layer right here. Now we like to call collection rooms layers, and Maya's setup is this is a gaming setup right here. I mean, this is a layer.
This is my gaming room.
Yes.
No digging around there.
No, not at all. Now, there is a rumor. You know Wesker. Is that true?
I do. I do know Wesker. I also know Piers Nivens from 6.
Really? How did that all come about? Were you stalking them, or were they stalking you? Or
so
how did that
I
come
made
about?
a Twitter back in 2011 due to Operation Raccoon City coming out. They got really heavy into the whole Umbrella Corporation thing. You had to figure out puzzles and find their websites. It was really cool what Capcom was doing. So I made a Twitter, and I started following like DC Douglas. I started following all the voice actors. And, you know, me and DC got to talking because he saw some of my cosplays, you know, my Catwoman ones I was pretty big on back then. And then one day he was in Philly shooting a movie. And I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm in Philly. Like, that'd be great to see you. Within 20 minutes, he had the director and the director's wife email me telling me what day to show up at the set and what clothes to bring.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. This was back in 2013, March.
So was that Sharknado?
No, that was not Shark. That was not Sharknado.
Okay, I know he was in Sharknado. What movie was it?
He was. It was Apocalypse Kiss was filmed in Philadelphia back then. Really good movie. So I'm in like maybe 2 scenes. 2 or 3 scenes. Nothing too big. Not, you know, I'm just like in the background and then, you know, in the flea market area. But, you know, that was my first time meeting DC. And the director's wife, who wanted him to be the main guy, had him dress up as Wesker. So he bleached his hair blonde, he grew it, flicked it back, the whole nine. So the first time I'm meeting him, he's like Wesker. Like, that was cool. So that was the day for me. That was a whole weekend for me, actually. That was a really cool weekend. Yeah. Yeah, it was
a weekend.
You know,
all right.
I met great people that weekend.
So now this is me fanboying out. Does he do the voice for you?
Oh yeah. He actually me and my friends, we made like our own little like side like series of like Resident Evil, like called Chaotic Bows, Bioorganic Weapons. And he's, you know, he did some Wesker like moments in there that we needed him to do. So we never really carried out with that, but you know, it was fun.
Can we see any of this? Is it available anywhere?
So on youtube.com/chaotic bows, and you'll find the videos on there. So.
And we got to check this out, and we got to definitely share it on the Facebook page.
Sure do.
Back in the 20s.
Yes.
God, it's been almost a decade. That's crazy.
Wow. Well, no, with Capcom, they also had another game. It did to me. I believe it was only 2 games, and that was Dino Crisis. It was dinosaurs with Resident Evil. How did you feel about that?
I mean, everyone. I stuck more with like Resident Evil because zombies have always been my thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I love getting scared. You know, and zombies, I still feel like could definitely be a thing today. I feel like, you know, that's a possibility, and it's always been something I would prepare for.
Okay.
So I've mainly just stayed with like the shooters, Call of Duty, Halo. Halo was a big turnaround for me too, and Destiny, which was what got me back into cosplay.
All right. So for the first person or third person, first person shooters like you, I get motion sickness. So I have to play first person or over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Which do you actually prefer?
So it depends on the game. Like Gears of War is over the shoulder, and I like that. It just does take me a long time to get used to it. But the same goes with, you know, first persons. It's just, I just have to take my time. You know what I mean? I have to take my time and just take breaks, take the meclizine, drink water, eat lots of food. You know, if I'm already used to the game, like if it's like Halo, since I played that since the very first one came out, I'm pretty good with that. I'm already used to the graphics. I'm used to the sensitivity. But when it's like a brand new game or when they change it completely, like how Resident Evil did, then it's like, oh my God, I gotta like really noob out here. So.
Okay. Em, do you want to, or could you feel some questions for a while? I'm having audio difficulties at a second.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So we've talked about your history of video games and all that stuff. What your favorite is, when you started. All right. Would you say, like, you know, level 1 to 10 here, 10 being the worst, how like violently competitive are you when you play video games with other people? Like, in other words, 10 like being you just make up random swear words, you're so bad, and like have to drop the controller and leave the room, or 1, you know, you're just a princess, good game, I just love being with these people, kind of thing.
So it depends. If I'm playing with friends, having a good time, and it's nothing like serious, like we're trying to get, like if we're like online and multiplayer and it's like something we're trying to get, like a seal, and you only have like a week to get it done, or like a couple weeks, you know what I mean? Then it's like a big deal. I would say probably a 5. I will not throw a controller though. Absolutely not. You know, these things, you know, they're like treasure to me.
Right.
I will not.
Even if you're so mad, just common sense, you can't do that, right?
Yeah, if I'm so mad, you know, I'm just gonna just.
Why are you always looking at me like that?
Okay, no, wait, because for some reason
I never threw a controller back in my early.
I never said I did either, Louis. Like, what the
heck? For some reason, my buds came up and said I had an error, so I had to open up the soundboard. After I opened up the soundboard, I had to click a button for streaming. The second I hit the button for streaming, all I heard was M say, make up swear words. And I started giggling. And then I hear Maya say, I never threw a controller. And we get this comment.
Not nowadays. I will not. No, you know.
There's a lot of things in Mario Kart that ruins friendships.
Oh,
to answer that comment.
Brothers, you know, yeah, let's hold up.
You ever see that meme like, oh, this is a cake you give to a friend when you get, like, it said, I'm sorry for what I said during Mario Kart. I can't tell you how many times I would have to bake cakes for people. I'd be a master. I am terrible.
Ruined friendships. This game ruined friendships.
Oh, forget about it. No, that is the king. Mario Party. You ever do Mario Party?
Oh yeah, I got 2 and 3 right there too. I got Mortal Kombat 3 and 4. I have Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. That also ruined some friendships. What else did I have? I had a lot of games, and you know that was the trouble growing up. You know, a lot of my, you know, when you're kids, you take each other's stuff, but I had a lot of games taken from me as a kid. I had like every single colored controller for my N64, and they ended up getting snagged too.
Right.
But,
See, I remember I would play, like, I played video games with my brother, like the N64 a lot. That's the majority of what I did and how I got started. Here's how bad I was. If I didn't get the green controller, then I would flip out. I had to get even the right color because that's how convinced I was
in your
about
mind,
like how I had to win. I'm like, this is the
a
controller that wins. I don't care. It's the green one. It's sitting on the left side.
Yeah.
You're cheating if you don't let me do all this stuff. Like, you know, like let me do my thing. And then just even before the game started, it would just,
I had a friend. I had a friend who was Dan Robinson. He was Japanese, and he brought over Pokemon Stadium in the Japanese version, so only he could read it. So
that's a crappy move.
So it was like a guessing game, and it was like fun and everything. But in the end, he always won because he knew what it said. But it was cool also because we got to play it before it was.
You don't know whether to call him a jerk or to applaud the guy, honestly.
Yeah, I know. That's very underhanded. All right, we got some comments coming here. Dan Bartlett says, N64 Perfect Dark ruined a lot of friendships back then. Still worth it, though, LOL. And Tyler Moses says, Halo changed the way we play first-person shooter games and introduced online gameplay. I would go with that.
Yeah.
I played. I've never played Halo because it was first person, but I did play with some work buddies. And what I did was I gave it to my son Cody. I said, "Here, you play it for me." And what he did was he took the controller, but when I was handing it to him, I had a rocket launcher and I hit the button and I blew up my whole squad. But I handed him the controller.
That's great.
Good job.
I know, thank you. And Dennis Knight McLaughlin. See, Dennis, I didn't call you Dennis McKnight. That's what I do all the time. Says, Lewis, I don't mean to be rude and cut in, especially without any made-up swear words, but I just got to tell you, what a great shirt you're wearing. Oh, well, thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that.
We haven't come up with any really good creative words yet, but, you know.
No, not yet. Just give us time. We will.
Exactly. I was going to say, give me some time. Piss me off enough. We'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I say some pretty gnarly words when I'm into the game, you know. So.
Oh yeah.
You know, it comes out.
Competitive gaming. Have you ever tried it? Have you ever gone to a video game and a convention?
I was gonna say like the best one I think I've seen out of all the ones I go to anyway, from what I remember. Rhode Island Comic Con had a pretty good one, but the first, I think it was because honestly it was the first one I saw like a billion years ago. The one I was really impressed with actually was Anime Boston.
Okay. I never went to, I didn't go to that one, but.
Yeah, it was like my first like con way back in the day. And which is weird because anime really isn't, you know, my thing. Like I don't do anime cosplay anymore. Mm-hmm. I got talked into going to that thing. I was already like, you know, as you can see, I was like, you know, I'm the queen of Halloween here. I already did the whole costume thing. I did the costume making thing. I was the theater kid already. So that's how I kind of got eased into the con scene there. So, but yeah, like they had a crazy game room there. So like, honestly, I think that's something you would be really interested in. Like,
I thought about it.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I think I'm good. Don't get me wrong. At like,
no doubt.
But however, when it comes down to like stuff like that, I think I'd be too nervous to do it.
Try was you can bring like, you know, just someone, you know, do it with like, you know, friends or something rather than doing it with like a total stranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I knew people who did that stuff, you know, and they told me stories and it sounds like a lot of fun. You know, I don't know. I'm the happiest when I'm, at a con, so no doubt. But when I'm home in my gaming room and I'm just like playing with my friends, you know, it's a good time. You know, you joke, you talk trash, you know.
It's a little more isolated. I can understand that.
Yeah, and you're cozy, you know, you're wearing what you want and you're just like relaxed. So I'm either playing like this, you know, or if I'm really like in it, I'm sitting forward and that's it. You know, I'm in it to win it. So
I could totally understand that, 110%.
All right, so But with Call of Duty and games like that, that is competitive gaming. So
Yes.
how do you fare against your friends? I mean, I personally, I think you would have a shot, but how do you fare against your friends?
So the last time I played against my friends was probably back in 2010 when Black Ops 1 came out. I had a clan that I created called the BOWs, Bioorganic Weapons, and there was like 30-something people in it. It was like all my friends, new friends, old friends, and we'd get on, and I still have the videos, but we would just like do free-for-all and go on every single map, and it was just like the craziest time. Because in this clan, I had ranks of who was in charge of what. And we did this with Black Ops 1, with, I think it was Halo 3 was out at that time, or Halo Reach. I want to say it was Halo 3. Yeah, it was Halo 3, because that came out in 07, before Halo Reach came out. And then there was Gears of War, but we didn't really do too much Gears of War back then. It was mainly like Halo and COD. Okay. And Black Ops 1 is my favorite, besides Modern Warfare 2, which the remake is coming out next month. Super excited about that.
Your knowledge of Resident Evil is completely off the hook. When the TV show on Netflix, which unfortunately just got canceled, which is a bummer. You, like myself, I picked out a couple Easter eggs here and there, like the typewriter, and I messaged you and Polly about the typewriter.
Yeah.
But you were picking out dates and specifics, and where did she go?
Oh, what happened?
And
you're done with us.
She'll be back. No, she'll be back in a second. And Donald says, "Hi, Donald. How are you?" I am good. And Tyler says Halo 3 was in 2007. So, what video games are you playing right now? Do you play games?
Right now, I got to move all my gaming systems right now because, like I said, I'm getting back upstairs. There she is.
So I don't know
what to say. I can answer which one I have on most gaming systems.
Yeah.
I have Super Mario 64 on every single gaming system I possibly can. Just because, like Maya said, the isolation and stuff, that's when I can just make up swear words to myself and not yell at anybody else.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll always be my friend. I can't lose that.
All right, we'll get to swear words after our first
So
break.
you asked about the Netflix show. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Personally,
I did too.
you know, the first 2 episodes, I was like, meh. But after that, I really started to dig it. I love the music. It did have a creepy atmosphere. It had some puzzles in it. You know what I mean? The acting was great. I love the acting all around, you know. And I love Lance. You know, as soon as I heard him talk, I was like, Zavala? Is that effing Zavala? Like, it threw me. I was like, oh my God, that's Zavala. So, from Destiny.
But what got me, though, was you were like, oh my God, the dates didn't add up. You had one post where you knew certain dates.
I know.
And I was like,
I know when it comes to the dates, I know them down to like when the games came out. I have a very numeric memory. So I paused it and I was like, I got to see what those tapes say. And the one date, I think it was like January 13th. It was January something of like 2013. I'm like, nothing happened in 2013 in Resident Evil. Like, I literally was like, there's nothing that came to mind. I searched it, and I'm just like, they're going to do something with this either later on in the episodes or in season 2. I'm like, because there's something not like right with that date. That just doesn't make sense to me. So,
all right, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we're going to talk swear words that are made up. More with Maya, and we're going to talk cosplay too. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
H Square Collectibles, 39 Wedgwood Drive, Suite 232, inside the Slater Mill Mall. Pokemon every Saturday mornings. Become a Pokemon Master. Magic the Gathering every Friday night. Comics, toys, vinyls, diecast, and more. Find your inner hero at CH Square Collectibles. proud sponsor of the Angry Geeks Show.
Maya, were you just dancing?
I was not just dancing. No, I mean I can dance, but
Right.
Yeah, right.
Emily's seen me dance.
That's okay.
I don't remember much of it, but
Okay, Emily, what's your favorite swear word that you made up?
oh my God. Ask me on the spot here. All I can think of is Cartman again.
He makes up a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I'm trying to think of the soundboard again.
Okay.
Ask me when I'm mad. I don't know. I can't
Well,
come up
give
with
me
things on the
5
spot, Lewis.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll make you angry. All right. So Maya, you're playing a video game, and what is the most frustrating thing when you're playing a game? Not being able to defeat a boss, or not being able to defeat a puzzle, and how do you get around it? Do you cheat, or do you just figure it out yourself?
I don't know. Bosses and puzzles are both. It makes it so. Back in Xbox days, the original Xbox, there was a game I was obsessed with called Genma Onimusha, and I got to the very last boss, and I still to this day never beat it. And I think it's because I didn't get the final sword. Because
Onimushu. I call it Onimushu.
Yeah,
was that your fake swear word? Onimusha. So when I play, my friends will tell you they call it the Maya vocabulary. I pronounce so much stuff wrong, and I just go with it.
So do I.
Yeah,
No.
that's how I am. I don't know if I just read too quick or it's just, the mind brain. I don't know.
Yeah, Onimushu. It's Resident Evil with samurais, basically.
Pretty much. That was oh my God, I love that game. I played that so much. The different swords you can get were just so cool.
Yes, okay. And you get the matchlick, the gun, the rifle that you had to kill the bee with.
Kill the what with?
The bee queen, the one bee monster. You had to shoot it with the rifle, but then kill it with the sword afterwards. And then the very last monster was like this big ass dragon that covered up the whole screen, right?
Yeah, you were in hell or wherever you were. I think it was hell. Yeah. And I just remember going down like a spire, like a demonic, almost like Dante's Inferno. And you're just going down, and then you go to the final boss, and I just never could kill him. And I gave up. I never touched the game again.
Really?
That was one of the games I never beat, and I was just like, whatever, and I just moved on to the next game.
They remade it. Let's see if we're both on the same.
There were a few times where like a puzzle would come up, and I would try it and try it and try it, and I would try for so long. And sometimes, yes, I would cheat. I would look it up. Okay. Yes, there it is. Oh my God.
That's Onimushu. Yes. Now
Genma Onimushu. God, I don't even have it. I don't have it.
Well, you can buy that right now. That game, they remade it, and you can get it for the Xbox One and for the PS4. I have it.
Oh my God. You shouldn't have told me that. Oh man.
It's made by the same people who made Resident Evil, the same one of the same. Yeah, it was Capcom, but it's the same director or same artist, something. Mm-hmm. And the very, very last boss just sucked. I couldn't beat it either. I just left it.
Yeah,
I beat it.
The puzzles were fun in that too. You know what I mean? That's why I like that game, because I had the puzzles, and like I love games with like a sword. You know what I mean? Sword Calibur is actually one of my favorite games. When I got, Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2, I got that for my GameCube Christmas of 2002 or 2003. And I just played. That's actually one of the cosplays I want to do is Talum from Soul Calibur. Okay. She's my favorite.
All right. I played Soul Blade. What's the difference?
Soul Blade?
Yeah. Yeah, Soul Blade for the PS1.
I don't know. I
And-
never played that one. I was big on so my fighting games were Mortal Kombat. I had the first one for my Sega, and I
That's a
even
good
had
one.
the Sega vest. So when you would fight, it would hit you. It would vibrate and all this crazy shit. It was great.
oh my God, it's $84, and I got rid of it.
What's $84?
It's. Oh, hold on one second. I'll pull it back up. It's hard to imagine that. Right there,
There it is.
Soul Blade. That's what I played.
God.
90. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, let's see if I can blow it up a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, $84. That is just insane.
Yeah, older games, you go for a lot.
Yeah, but that's now. You said Soul Calibur, and then this one was Soul Blade.
Yeah,
And I
Soul
remember
Calibur
buying
2
it.
was what I started on, and oh my God.
Yeah, I remember buying that at KB Toy Store. If you can.
I liked 3.
KB.
I loved 4. 5 was trash. 6 was pretty good. I didn't play much of 6, but from what I did play, I liked it. But 2 will always be my favorite.
Okay, made up swear words. People want to know. What's your funniest one?
Made up swear words. Twant,
Yeah. Elaborate.
twat, and cunt.
Gee.
I was trying not to say actual ones, but
Oh my God! Pod TV's calling. Roku's calling. Oh, okay.
When you
face was
game, they
priceless.
just come
I remember
out.
I got really mad. I was looking at the apartment. I legit was on the phone with my workers and we were playing something. I worked at Francesca's too. I managed Francesca's. Keep this in mind. And I don't know what was going on in my head. I don't know if I was like, but I just we got fast food and I just yelled. I was like, "Oh damn, McChicken titties!" So I was like, "Oh my God, if I do something really wrong, someone's gonna complain to corporate, and I'm gonna go to jail, lose my job or something, and be like, that was inappropriate behavior." My workers.
Why would you go to jail?
Like I said, I wasn't all there, if you know what I'm saying, mate, probably, but I was just like, oh my God.
All right. We got to redeem ourselves here. Nick wants to know, have you ever played Bloody Roar on the PS1? He's only owned a demo, but built up a power bar that you transformed into animals, like a wolf or fox.
Oh, I have not, but that sounds really cool.
What does?
Huh.
Do I? I don't know if I even remember that. I thought there was one, not Bloody Roar.
Blood Omen.
But wasn't Blood? I think I remember Blood Omen. What was the fighting
Blood
game?
Omen 2 was on the PS1, and I think that was one of the games you could play on the PS2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. What was the Primal Rage? What was that? Dinosaurs?
I didn't play that one.
I think Primal Rage was like Mortal Kombat, but you were actually fighting dinosaurs.
Interesting.
Yes, I think so. I think you were fighting.
Are we talking about Jurassic Park dinosaurs or like the 90s TV show dinosaurs?
No. Not fighting people with.
So the weapons would be very different.
Dinosaurs, Yetis, and Bigfoot. Yeah, I guess I was right. Primal Rage.
Thanks,
He said
Dan.
Yetis, and I automatically think
Thanks,
of
Dan. I
Ski Free
appreciate
on the computer. That was a fun game. Do you guys remember Ski Free? It was a computer game back in the 90s, and you had to ski down a hill, and if you ran over the trees, they'd catch fire. If you hit a dog, they'd pee. But eventually, once you get past the finish line, once you get past the finish line, all these Yetis would come after you, and the further down you go, the more Yetis that come after you. It was actually a pretty traumatizing game.
Yeah.
All right, so I was correct. Dan said that he owned it for his Super Nintendo Entertainment System, such an underrated game.
The Super Nintendo
And-
I never owned. All my friends had one, so I never like needed one because
Conker's Bad for Day.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur. Oh, Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was an adult game, wasn't that?
Oh.
That was. I believe that was kind of like an adult game.
Well, like
I
Leisure
never.
Suit Larry.
Oh my God! No, you ladies are gonna. I did.
My dad would play that.
Oh my God! Your dad is
Yeah.
so cool. I did play. I played Leisure Suit Larry. Look at M's face. I did play it, and yes, I did. I did play it for the P. You actually had to order that game. So imagine going into. You didn't have GameStop really back then. You had like Funko Land. I don't know if you guys had Funko Land up in Mass, but down in Connecticut we had it, and you actually had to order it. Yeah, you kind of like, yeah, can I order Leisure Suit Larry? And it was an actual PS game. It was just crazy, and I'm surprised you knew about it. But yeah, yeah. Dan says, "Hey, it was designed graphically and animated kids looking game, but the jokes and references plus language definitely were made for adults only." Yes, that was Conker's Bad Fur Day, but yeah, Leisure Suit Larry was. Yeah, so you actually watched your dad play that game?
Yep, I did. You know,
That must have been traumatizing.
I remember bits and pieces. I mean, you got to remember that was back when I was like.
I thought you were going to say, you got to remember, I was also snuck up on as a zombie playing Resident Evil. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think she's good.
Yeah. So, growing up, you know, my parents let me watch horror movies. You know, that's why I'm big into horror. And then my dad played video games with me. My sister played video games. So did my brother. You know, my sister was big on Sonic. My brother, the Mario Bros. And like any racing car game. And my dad was big into like Punch Out and any type of like space game. Had a few. And, you know, we'd play. I have Beavis and Butthead. We would watch Beavis and Butthead. That was like our show, was Beavis and Butthead back when it was, you know, still aired on MTV before all that happened. And,
well, I remember watching Ren and Stimpy on Nickelodeon.
Ren and Stimpy. That was a good
I was
stuff
like,
right there.
why is this on a kids network?
That was a pretty bad show.
Happy, joy. Powder
It
Toast
was like,
Man.
Question of the week.
There it is.
All right, this week's question of the week is brought to you by Alternate Universe, New Haven, and Milford. Go to them for all your comic book needs. They are both Angry Geeks approved. This week's question of the week, Maya, you go first. What was a lie that got you out of work?
What was a lie that got me out of work? Oh, God.
Yes. What is a lie? I got to be careful because my bosses watch the show. I run the place. I run the place, but they do from time to time watch the show. And our audience, please, we want audience participation tonight. So if you're watching and you want to comment, please let us know what's a lie that got you out of work.
Probably back when I worked at Hallmark way back in the day, and I told them I had this crazy fever that my stepdad had so that I could go see my first ex-fiance up in Philly for Valentine's Day weekend.
Okay.
And, my stepdad had the fever. It was some crazy virus thing, and you know, I lied and told them I was home when in reality I was nowhere in Georgia. I was up in Philadelphia for the weekend. Yeah. There was that. And I remember telling my stepdad as he's bringing me to the airport, I remember him saying, "I can't believe you got off work." I'm like, they don't know. And he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know, just don't let anyone come to the house." he was pretty mad, but you know, what is he gonna do? He's bringing me to the airport. Does he want to pay for my ticket I just bought? No.
Wow.
So that was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, this is just so hard to like say that I've done like bad lies because like after, you know, like these past couple of years I've like started hiring in my management position, which is not fun.
Yeah.
So now I get to call out excuses and I just know when they're full of BS and it's just painful.
Yeah.
But I worked at Emerald Square Mall in Massachusetts for God knows how many years, and I bounced around stores. But there was one point I worked at Francesca's and Things Remembered at the same time. I was Leeds. This is just going to be all over the place. I told Things Remembered, like I had a lesser position there. I had management up at Francesca's. So I was like, oh, I have to go to church. And they found me actually up working at Francesca's because I had work and there was a sale. So I picked that day.
Oh my God.
But I also had to watch outside to make sure like no one like saw me. But yeah. But that still doesn't beat half the lies that I get at my place. So
yeah, I would have to say I worked at I was working at Stop and Shop when I was a kid. My first job. And
also last week.
And I told them. Now I remember the excuse because I wanted to watch the 5 Deadly Venoms, which was on at 3:00. It was a 3:00 kung fu movie, and they only played this movie every so often. This is before cable, mind you, before whatever. And I told them that my grandma was sick and that nobody else could take care of her. And now my godfather is watching this. He's probably going to be pissed off at me because I lied about my grandma.
For shame.
I know. And my parents used to go camping, so I used to stay home alone. So I had the whole house to myself. So I bought like a pizza and I went home and watched the 5 Deadly Venoms, a kung fu movie. So yeah, that's what I did. And we have a comment. Aviva says that I work for myself, so it's really hard about being sick. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Aviva.
Lucky duckling over here.
It's good to be your own boss, you know?
Yeah. We got to take 3 seconds just for one of our sponsors. No video this week, but Blood, Sweat, and Tears will be returning to action in Bridgeport, Connecticut, for another title defense where Lucas Chase will be fighting J.D. Drake for the Blood, Sweat, and Tears Championship. So make sure you guys on November 18th get your ticket and come and see as Lucas Chase with his very first title defense against J.D. Drake. More about this outstanding event coming up soon. We have another comment, and it's Raymond Ramos. Yo, what's up, my people?
Oh, hi, Raymond. Oh, we love that.
Yes, and that's a next segue. Let's talk about cosplay. You cosplay everywhere from video games and into Star Wars. Let's talk about your love for Star Wars.
Yep. So my dad took me to see 4, 5, and 6 in theaters back in the 90s. And 6 actually came out on my birthday one year. At least like where we were up in, Western Mass, the Berkshires. So that's what got me into it, was that, loved Yoda.
Okay, what's your favorite cosplay from Star Wars?
Right now, probably Hut Slayer Leia. Slave Leia. Some people don't like that name, so I kind of hesitate, but I mean, that's what she was referred to as in the Return of the Jedi. So that's probably my favorite. Huh?
I've never... have you heard people not liking that name? I never heard that yet. Why?
Personally, no, but I got to tell you, I'm not surprised in the slightest.
With how this year is going, that's actually probably one of the first ones, Paul and I started working on, was that one besides the Boba Fett.
Okay.
Very well done.
It's comfy, you know what I mean? We have the flexible filament, so now it's like I'm not afraid if it's gonna break. Now it's like flexible and I can like walk and not be so stiff. Like,
I-
oh my god.
I no disrespect to Polly and no disrespect towards you, but of course it's comfy. There's not much there. So,
Yeah.
so,
Listen,
so
I put the top on too, and it digs into that, like the side rib cage. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I don't have the flexible crap you just said. I don't have that.
We'll make you the flexible one. Just remind us. We'll
Wait,
make
you
you
have
the
a
flexible
slave
one.
Yeah, I
You
have
have
the
a slave-
Harley Slave Leia one. I have the mashup.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
Paul
yeah.
who did that for me too.
Oh, cool. I got to get Paul a measurement for my head
Mhm.
because he wants to do it.
But you don't want to Slave Leia too, Lewis?
No, I don't want to slave Leia. Well, imagine a Macho Man slave Leia outfit. That would be hilarious.
No one's done it, as far as I know.
Do it.
I
Do it.
know.
You just say, hey, make it your own.
Yes.
And Macho Man. Batman himself is in the house. Hey, what's going on, Matches?
Matches. Hi.
Hi, Matches.
I've been. Polly wants to measure my head because there was a special project that we're working on.
Yeah.
And that we wanted to do. So but I got a big ass head because the last time the three of us were together in one place, if you remember, Polly brought over a Mando helmet.
Yep.
And I went to put it on, and it's stuck.
Was it his Boba Fett helmet or was it the black one he made?
It was the black one. It was the
Okay.
black one.
Yeah.
So he sent me a video of telling me how to measure my head, and he's gonna have to. No, ain't gonna happen. I got to do it. Nick says they changed the Boba Fett ship name because it was called Slave One. They wanted to call it Fire Gun Spray. The ship in the show, I think. And Matches Malone comes back and says, "Hi everyone. I want that shirt, Emily."
But everyone but Riddler on it.
Yeah. And Michael, yes, Michael, I am resting up well. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And due to this, I missed everyone today at the party, and I'm so sorry we weren't there, as I really wanted to see the baby. So, Maya, cosplay commissions. Do you help Paul with them?
Mm-hmm. I do. I help him as much as I can when I'm not working.
Okay.
You know, he's been doing this for years, so I'm still learning. You know, he's still teaching me a lot, and I love it because there's so much more to 3D printing than people realize. There's so much to it. So it does get a little overwhelming. You know, things will break, things won't bend right. You know, you got to kind of, like how we found that flexible filament, and now we're like, oh, now we can make bras and armor that's bendable and won't break. So, you know, we've been toying with that a little bit. You know, we made a new bathing suit yesterday, which I did post about, the Umbrella Corporation bathing suit. Mm-hmm. So I want to make more Resident Evil bathing suits because I know summer's not over yet, especially for people down in like Florida, down south, out west. You know, I want to make more merchandise for people.
Okay.
You know,
now where could people buy your merchandise?
So
and
they can.
merchandise?
We don't have like a website yet. They can message either me or Paul, and we just go from there. We get your measurements. You know, we figure out what you want. We ask you if you want just the print or if you want us to paint it for you. You know, all those little details that you would if you were to message someone like on Etsy. But either Facebook or Instagram, you know.
All right. Now, if someone wants to play a game with you, if someone wants to go against our favorite gamer girl and challenge you to a game of Call of Duty, or even play Resident Evil 5 and have you be Chris or Sheva, where are your streaming platforms?
So I play on Twitch. It's okay. Twitch, same as my Instagram, bioweapon _ Lakota 72. Mm-hmm. Okay. You'll find me on there. I am going to start Twitching again soon. I want to Twitch more on my PS4 and on my Xbox. So.
Raymond says, shall we play a game?
I'm not
that one you have to stream. Everyone's going to want to see that one.
All right. Well, I have a proposal now. Cody and Neil, The Suicide Squad game will be coming out soon, and they want the Angry Geeks to play the Suicide Squad game as a team. So I am going to put this as a proposal right now. M, you must be Harley Quinn, of course.
Naturally.
Okay. Maya, we are. What the hell was that? Was that a cat?
I didn't do it.
Maya,
at me like, what was that?
I am officially inviting you to be a part of this squad and this team. You're going to pick your member, and Matches Malone says meow. Have you pick a member? The two boys will pick a member. You guys do remember my kids. We'll put together this squad, and we will stream this and try to beat the game. What do you say? Of course, it will be on the Xbox because that's what they all have, and that's what I have. So, M, we got to make sure we get you an Xbox. Matches Malone says, "I want to watch."
Yes.
So, what do you guys think? M, of course, you have to be Harley Quinn because we won't take no for an answer. Okay.
Hands down.
I want to be King Shark only because he's stupid, and I am.
That's a good reason.
Shut up. No.
I didn't say you were stupid. I said that was a good reason. My God.
Are they only characters from Suicide Squad, or can they be like any DC?
No, it's only apparent. Have you not seen the trailer yet? I know we'll get bagged if I play the trailer. I'll send it over to you, and Batman knows exactly why. You only want to be King Shark because he's Stallone. You're right, my brother. Yes, they are. It is the Suicide Squad. I'm pretty sure it is Captain Boomerang. It is Harley, King Shark, Captain Cold, Deadshot. Those are the 5. And there's one more member. I don't remember who it is. And they actually have to kill the Justice League. The game looks phenomenal. Maya, I will send you over. Mark says that he loves King Shark. The game is coming out soon.
King Shark loves you too.
I will send you over the trailer. If you have, I'm surprised you haven't seen the trailer.
Send that over to me too.
Yeah, I will. When we get off air, I'll play the trailer for you.
Yeah.
All right. So Maya, once again, where can people find you online? Get your followers up for your cosplay page, and you're a gamer.
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram, bioweapon_Lakota72. I'm on Twitter, LakotaAngel72. You can find me on Facebook too. You can look, just Maia Lakota Sousa. But I mainly like my cosplay stuff, my gaming stuff. That is all on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. M, where can people find you and us on the internet?
All right. So Instagram, Quinderella Cosplay. The website is quinderellacosplay.com. And if you go on the Emily May Partington Facebook, that'll list all the information there in case you can't remember Quinderella Cosplay. But yeah.
And we are the Angry Geeks. You can go to the Angrygeeksshow.com, find out all the stuff, find out where we're going to be, past shows, merchandise, and other things. And you know what? I'm pretty sure pretty soon you're going to have a Quinderella t-shirt that's going to be up there with everyone else. So if your little fans can buy a t-shirt with you on it. You can also find us on Twitter and on Instagram. And we have a Twitch channel that we're not up and running yet, but we will be with this little Suicide Squad thing. You can also find us on Pod TV, and not to mention, you can find me every Tuesday night with Jack Purcell on the Faces and Heels podcast and at all Altered Reality Entertainment events. I'm Lewis. That's M. Please support Maya, support her gaming channel, support her cosplay. If you want her at a con, email her, email Pauly G. Have her as a guest because she is amazing. She's beautiful. She's talented, and she's Angry Geeks approved. I'm Lewis. That's M. We'll see you guys next week because we got some killer guests coming up. More Amazon artists, more Amazon authors. They're like coming out of the woodwork.
Authors.
That's what I said. And Halloween. Wow, we're already booking for October.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week.
You have been watching the Angry Geek Show on Pod TV. Visit our website today. And for guest bookings, email us at theangrygeekshow@gmail.com today.